So Rika died for our sins, apparently. Suddenly, my vision cleared and a cold wind caressed my body. This was the hill from which you could see the whole village. Looking down from this hill, I could see lights on here and there, and knew that the entire village had awoken from its slumber. First, Takano-san and Tomotaki-san, then the mayor, and now even Rika-chan and Satoko had been sacrificed, and word of it was spreading everywhere. The strength in my knees left me. This could no longer be a joke. We could have found them. Mion could have told me I was a worrywart, and Rina would just be glad we did. And they would have smiled at me. My hopes disappeared as if I were awakening from a dream. That was what the view I could see was telling me. Following my knees, my arms both bent forward into the ground, and clawed at it with my nails. I couldn't figure out if I was feeling sorrow or frustration. I couldn't endure the burden of my own sin, and I had just told Rika-chan about it. They had nothing to do with it, but Rika-chan and even Satoko had been sacrificed. It was like a cross that Shion and I would have to bear the weight of until we ourselves were erased. Well, if I'm going that far, then the problem started long before that. My original sin of breaking taboo and entering the ritual storehouse without asking. I knew I shouldn't have gone in there from the start. Yet, I lost out to cheap curiosity. I hadn't felt so angry at myself until this very moment. There was a crunching sound. I wasn't even interested in who made the noise, despondent as I was.
Keiichi-kun?
Yeah, not a bad story about taking responsibility for when you screw up.
Keiichi-kun? 大丈夫?
It was Reina. Perhaps my clawing at the ground made it look as though I was having stomach pains. She ran over and rubbed my back like she was trying to make me feel better.
俺が全部悪いんだ。俺のせいで。
ケイチ君が？何も悪いわけはないよ。自分をどうか責めないでね。
I could tell Reina was doing her best to choose the right words out of consideration for me. That's why I could sense her intent behind those words. Keiichi-kun, you know why Rika-chan and Satoko-tan disappeared, don't you? Is that what she really meant to say? Because it was an emergency, Reina had ignored the reason why I'd wanted to make sure Rika-chan was safe, but now that we'd actually confirmed her disappearance, it was only natural Reina would start to wonder about why. However, with the situation having gone this far, I couldn't possibly tell her now. I didn't want to admit that Rika-chan and Satoko had disappeared, but I couldn't let Reina disappear either.
ケイチ君、こんな風通しのいいところにずっといたら風邪ひいちゃう。
Reina sat down, bringing her eyes level with mine.
子供たちはね、もう解散して家で寝ろって。
Reina showed me her watch as she said that. It was long past 1 in the morning. Time was passing too quickly. Had I been crawling around here for that long?
もう寝ないと明日の学校に差し支えるよ。大人たちだって昨べも一晩中村長さんを探したからみんなクタクタ。今夜は少し早めに解散するって。
I was a little upset that they weren't allotting as much time to this as they had to search for the mayor last night, but that was something I, the cause of everything, had no right to criticize them for.
大丈夫。さっきね、警察の人も来たの。今、どんどん街から応援のパトカーが来てるよ。
Hearing that remark, I looked down at the village to see that there were indeed more cars than one would normally expect at this hour, coming from the darkness on the other side of the mountain. However, none of their emergency lights were on. course, their sirens weren't wailing either. That's right. All of the incidents that occurred right after Watanagashi were seen as the product of Oishiro-sama's curse, and would be handled in secrecy. Rika-chan and Satoko, too. Their disappearance would end up exactly like the other serial incidents in the past. Surreptitious, unresolved, declared a mystery, and disappear from memory. Rika-chan's face, her sweet face like a Western doll's, would fade away. Satoko's smile, her energetic, feigned smile, would fade away. The more I tried to remember them, the less I would be able to. I deserved to be called an idiot dozens of times over, and it wouldn't be enough. I couldn't hold back the tears of my own sheer stupidity.
Keiichi-kunが何を自分に責めているかわからないけれど、もうやめよう。
I wasn't about to deny it. I couldn't. And yeah, Rika is the last of the Furude family. Even so, I couldn't affirm it either. Yeah, it's kind of funny that the Sonozaki family is pretty much the only one still going strong, and, you know, the other families are just being completely crushed out right now. Funny how that works. I wanted to at least keep Reina out of this. If she found out, she would become involved.
頼む、レナ。放っておいてくれないか。俺きっと家に帰ったって眠れない。
If I couldn't get to sleep, then I at least wanted to search for Rika-chan and Satoko until I collapsed. The entire village was looking, and yet they still hadn't been found. I don't think I'd be able to find them if I went looking alone at this point. Still, I had to do it.
俺のせいで消えてしまったんだ。他の探してくれてる人たちよりも先になんか眠れるものか。
I had said that to myself in self-deprecation, but I soon realized that Reina was silently trying to find the meaning in my mumblings. I realized I misspoke.
ケイチ君のせいなの？どうしてそう思うのかな？かな？
That can't be. Keiichi-kun, you're not at fault. I was happy that Reina said these things to me, but she only did so because she didn't know the truth. If she knew that everything had been caused by my breaking taboo on the night of Watanagashi, then even Reina would curse my existence. However, I can't even allow for those curses. That would mean confessing my own crimes to Reina. If I spilled even one word of having snuck into the ritual storehouse on the night of Watanagashi, then even Reina could disappear tomorrow night. The gentle, spirited, always joking, always howling. But at a time like this, the most dependable person in the world, Reina, might disappear. I don't want that. Anything but that. This time I need to bear my own cross. Alone.
ケイチ君がとても仲間思いだって知ってるから、自分を傷つけたくなる気持ちもよくわかるよ。だけどレナはケイチ君のせいじゃないって知ってる。ケイチ君が悪くないって知ってるから。
知ってるって。
Wait, twist that knife. The shivering in my veins rushed up my back and replaced the sorrow in my heart with fear. I didn't tell her anything, did I? Maybe I accidentally said something that caused Reina to figure it out? This is bad. Now Reina will disappear. Reina will disappear. Reina will disappear. And Reina, same way I always did, grabbed my head and began to pet it roughly.
ケイチ君、ひょっとしてレナも消えちゃうかもしれないって思ってるの
Oh
か
God!
な。お社様のたたりで。
She puts more force into the hand rubbing my head.
だったら安心して。
instrument of Oyashiro-sama's curse.
レナは消えたりしないよ。絶対に。
Uh-huh.
どうして消えないなんて自信を持って言えるんだよ。
I mean, someone's been sacrificed every night so far. There was no proof it wouldn't happen again tomorrow night. There was even less proof, after all, that the sacrifice wouldn't be Reina. I don't care who you are. Just please, if you're going to erase someone, erase me first. Please. Stop cruelly getting rid of people we're close to, like the mayor for Shion and Rika-chan for Satoko and for me. Shion's hysterical shouting came back to mind. They must be planning to kill us last of all. They're not killing the first people who come to mind. They start by killing those we're close to, and then after they've caused us so much pain, they'll kill us. That must be what they're doing.
レナ。
Please don't disappear. Please don't. As long as I'm still here. I could no longer conceal the sobs welling up within me.
ほら、ケイチ君に涙なんか似合わないよ。
I don't know who this dude is. Where's he been for the first chapter and the rest of this chapter? Where's he been?
みんなのところに行こう。婦人会の人たちがね、お味噌汁の炊き出しをしてくれてるの。飲むと温まって落ち着くよ。
Reina prompted me to stand. I didn't have the energy to oppose her, so I stood as she urged me to. We returned to the shrine grounds to find several gas stoves there with miso soup in big pots. The many villagers there sipped at the soup they were given in dead, stony silence. Their expressions were absolutely exhausted. Everyone had just been running around the village until a little while ago. From the dreary looks on their faces, though, I assumed they hadn't come up with anything yet.
ケイちゃん、どこ行ってたんだよ。ケイちゃんまでいなくなったのかと心配したよ。
すまん。
Mion held out some miso soup for me, but I refused the offer. I didn't have much of an appetite.
兄ちゃん、どう？何か手がかりはあった？
Mion took a sip of her soup, her expression frank.
全然ない。学校が終わってから家に帰って、二人で自転車に乗ってどこかに行ったらしい。しかも、二人が自転車に乗った姿は全く目撃されていないし。
When it gets dark out in Hinamizawa, people quickly vanish from the streets. Aside from adults hurrying back home from town in cars or on bicycles, it was normal to see absolutely nobody walking around outside. It wasn't at all strange that nobody had seen Rika-chan and Satoko riding their bikes.
昨日の村長の時と同じ。お手上げだよ。
Mion's apathetic tone pricked my nerves, but that anger quickly subsided. She'd been doing all sorts of things to try to find Rika-chan until just a second ago. If I asked her, she'd probably say she was up all night last night too, looking for the mayor, wouldn't she? She must have been far more fatigued than I was. Besides, what about me? I'd spent the time hunched over in indecision all alone. I had no right to say anything about Mion.
ケイちゃんも辛いだろうけど今夜はこれで休もう。さっき今夜は解散しようってなったところだよ。これを飲んだらもう終わりにしよう。
終わりなのか。
あ、もちろん終わりじゃないよ。明るくなったら警察も増援を入れて徹底的に探すってさ。沖宮の方に行ってる可能性もあるからね。村長の件も含めて 獅子骨市全体で目撃情報がないか洗うって言ってる。それよりもケイちゃんだよ。どこに行ってたんだい？いつの間にかいなくなっちゃうから心配したんだよ。
Suddenly I was on the receding end, but I didn't have the willpower to respond.
すまん。気をつけるよ。
何もなかった？怪しい人に監視されてるとか、付け狙われてるとか、そういうのはなかった？
Mion demanded with a serious expression. I was being criticized for how inconsiderate I'd been. Despite being in so much pain, I was frustrated that I was being criticized, but it was my sin. My sin, and I must bear it alone.
何もないよ。でも気をつける。すまん。
Mion, now aware that nothing had happened, heaved a big sigh with her shoulders, looking relieved.
おやおやおや。
Oh, god damn it, this asshole again.
美味しい匂いが漂ってくると思ったら、これはぜひご商売に預かりたいですね。
We heard the repulsive voice of a fat man. It was Luishi-san, trailed by a handful of police officers. He was acting energetically, in a way unfitting given the situation.
大して残ってないですよ。それでもよければ勝手にどうぞ。
Mion didn't like Uishi-san very much. Her cold attitude, though, didn't seem to bother Uishi-san in the slightest. It was like splashing water in a frog's face.
ありゃりゃ。味噌汁のお残りってちょっと塩分高めなんですよね。参ったなあ。君たちはいただきます？
He recommended it to his subordinates, but everyone gave dry smiles and refused.
どうですか？警察の方では何か手がかりはつかめましたか？
Reina's smile was warm enough to replace the miso soup.
大丈夫ですよ、お嬢さん。ご安心、ご安心。
Everything's fine!
ちゃんと探してるんですから。
Uh-huh. He didn't say a word about having found any new clues. In other words, there had been no progress. That sure was an annoying way of beating around the bush.
それよりも、もう本当に遅い時間です。どうぞ若い皆さんはお帰りになってお休みになってください。体に触りますよ。
そうだよ。ケイちゃんもレナも今日はもう休みな。あとは税金で働いてるおっさんたちがやってくれるから。
私たちだって
Yeah,
税
Chapter
金
2
払ってるんです
Oishi
けど
is a
ね。
massive jerk.
蕎麦屋さんが自分の作った蕎麦食ってるみたいな気分ですよ。な。
I really wasn't in the mood for laughter. In fact, Uishi-san was the only one laughing like an idiot.
じゃあ本当によろしくお願いしますね。帰ろう、ケイチ君。明日が辛くなるよ。
そうですそうです。なんならお二人をお送りしてもいいですよ。
I'll walk.
まあじゃあ車を回してあげてください。
あ、結構です。俺たち自転車で来てるんで。
ご安心を。
I said I'll walk.
私たちワゴン車で来てますから。自転車も積めますよ。
We may have gotten pretty sleepy, but we just need to ride home at this point. I didn't want to bother the police like that. Reina, however, nodded.
せっかくだからお世話になろうよ。私たちだけで帰るよりきっと安全だよ。
God damn it, Reina. When I thought about it carefully, I realized that Reina's idea was extremely rational.
そうと決まれば行きましょう行きましょう。
じゃあね。おやすみ。レナもケイちゃんも。
みーちゃんも早めに休んでね。おやすみ。
I waved my hand as well, saying goodbye. Rika-chan and Satoko still hadn't been found. My unease, however, was steadily being pushed away by sleepiness. Reina showed the police where our bicycles were so that Uishi-san could haul them up into their truck. He prompted us to get into the back seat. I could hear the springs squeaking as I sat down into a seat that would normally hurt my rear end, but at this point it was very soft and was more than comfortable enough for me to fall asleep on.
ではレディーファーストでお嬢さんの家から行きましょう。
Oh, good. We're being left alone with this asshole.
住所はどちらです？
ありがとうございます。私の家はですね、
Reina's voice slowly grew distant. I felt myself being sucked into the void of sleep.
もしもーし、前原さん、完全に眠っちゃってますか？
Eh? When I came to, it was quiet. The car was parked. Oishi-san was giving me light slaps to the cheek. It didn't feel good at all, so I woke up immediately.
すみません。すっかり寝込んじゃって。
Something was being held right under my nose. A clump of metal? It was a can of coffee.
ぬるいですがね。
Hey, Nagels.
甘いカフェオレなら常温でも結構飲めますよ。
Why are you feeding a sleeping boy coffee?
あ、どうも。
I mechanically took the pan and opened the pull top. The feeling of the warm, sweet liquid going down my throat awakened my sleepy mind. When my drowsiness receded, I started wanting to know why the car was stopped and why I was ordered coffee. Uishi-san, who'd been in the driver's seat, had, at some point, moved to the back. Suddenly, I had a very bad feeling about this. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to take the opportunity to ask us a few questions. It reminded me of the questioning yesterday at the library. It was already too late by the time I'd realized I made a mistake. Today, of all days, it didn't look like I'd be getting away. I had a feeling that until Uishi-san heard what he wanted to, he wouldn't be letting me go.
そんなに構えられても困ります。別に取って食おうってわけじゃないんですから。前原さん。
Uishi-san gulped down the last of his coffee, then stretched wide, showing me how relaxed he was. That, however, only served to heighten my nervousness. See, Keiichi, every now and then your instincts are on point.
俺にまた何の用ですか？
よう。いえいえ、別に別に。
You're going to evade the question now? What a deeply unreadable man.
私からは用はないんですが、前原さんから私に用があるんじゃないかと思いましてね。
別に用なんかないです。
ありゃ、本当にあるんじゃないですか？
You tapped our phone, didn't you, you There was only one side door in the back seat of this truck. In other words, my only exit was blocked off by Uishi-san. I couldn't get away. I could only limply hang my head and maintain my silence. Oishi-san, despite my reticence, relaxed and began smoking a cigarette. The cries of the insects outside seemed to be growing longer and longer, to an amount of time that almost seemed infinite.
前原さんから相談したいことがきっとあったと思ってたんですけどね。
Oishi-san exhaled a puff of smoke. The windows were open, but the tobacco smoke still accumulated inside the vehicle. How much did Oishi-san know? What did he know, and what did he want to hear from me? If finding out the truth made you disappear, then if I told him, would Oishi-san disappear too? I had a feeling that I didn't need to worry about that in this case.
どうしてこんなことになっちゃったんでしょうね。
Oishi-san addressed me in a low tone as if he was talking to himself. How all this ended up happening? How the hell should I know? That was what I wanted to know.
富武二郎さんと高野美代さん、ご存知ですよね。お祭りの時、園崎志音さんを含めて4人で一緒におられたのを私がこの目で拝見してますから。その富武さんと高野さん、今どうしておられるかご存知ですか？
Oh, I think they lost their head over a few things, but that's about it.
実はお亡くなりになってましてね。気の毒な死に方でした。
Oishi-san probably played that card in order to surprise me. However, I already knew and didn't display the extreme reaction he expected.
おや？ひょっとしてご存知でした？
Unfortunately for this question in particular, remaining silent was equivalent to saying yes.
じゃあこっちもご存知かな。富武さんと高野さんがたたりに遭われた理由の方です。何でもですね、入っちゃいけない禁断の建物に入ったからだって言われてるんですよ。
The storehouse for ritual implements. That forbidden shed sealing away Hinamizawa's blood-stained past. Where the mistake that started it all happened.
村長さんや古出里香さんもそのせいでたたりに遭われたんだという噂はご存知で？
Yeah, keep twisting that knife. That would mean it was mine and Shion's fault. He was right. As soon as we revealed what we did...
西宮殿って言いましたっけ？あそこの鍵を簡易なものに付け替えたから賊に入られたんだっていうケチがついてるらしいんですよ。
What? This was news to me.
一昨年くらいまでは西宮殿にはでっかい缶抜きとでっかい錠前がいくつも付けられていたらしいんですよ。ところがほら、神主夫妻がお亡くなりになられて、今は古出里香さんが切り盛りされてるでしょ。缶抜きが重くて大変だから、もっと軽い簡単な錠前に付け替えてほしいと村長さんに相談したらしいんですよ。
I didn't know anything about those big bars he was talking about, but the lock had certainly been a simple one. It was a pretty cheap one, too, and didn't really fit my impression of what a lock for a place you'd store something as important as ritual implements would look like.
リカさんはあの通り、小柄な女の子ですからね。錆びついて重くなった缶抜きはしんどかったんでしょうな。で、村長さんが職人を手配して、簡単な南京錠で鍵ができるように付け替えたんだそうです。
それがどうしてケチがつくことになるんですか？
つまりですね、前の厳重な錠前なら賊には忍び込まれなかった。村長さんとリカさんが勝手に安っぽい鍵に変えたから賊に破られたんだと、こういう話らしいんですよ。
そんな話。
そういう話がまかり通ってて、一部の村人たちが西宮殿に忍び込んだ賊と 俗に破られるような鍵に変えた村長とリカさんを罰したんだ。なんて話があったりなかったりしてるんですよ。相原さん、どう思います？
どう思うって、その一部の村人ってのもよくわからないし。
御三家ってご存知ですかな。渡長市のお祭りの開会式典で各家の代表がそれぞれ挨拶をなさってるでしょ。
見ていません。祭りには途中から来たからよくは。
御三家ってのはひなみ沢の旧家の3つの家のことなんです。
Yeah, the detective is doing detective work and he's apparently damn good at it.
具体的に言うと、君吉家、園崎家、古出家の3つのことです。本当に古い家筋らしくてね。大昔から村の決め事は御三家が合議して決めるんだと言われてます。
The Kimiyoshi family. Old man Kimiyoshi, meaning the mayor's family. The Sonozaki family was Mion's. So the Furude family was Rika-chan's family then.
園崎家が戦後に一気に勢力を拡大しましてね。例のダム闘争で反ダムの旗頭になってからは事実上ひなみ沢を牛耳るトップに躍り出ました。でもですね、古いしきたりに従い今でも重要な村の方針は御三家で合議して決めているんだそうです。だから渡長市の開会挨拶も御三家の当主がそれぞれなさるんですよ。つまり村長と園崎家の現当主のおばあ様、そして古出家の最後の一人リカさんです。
園崎家が大した家柄だという話は聞かされてたけど、リカちゃんの家もそういう旧家だったのか。
まあご存知の通り親族は全くおられませんから。古出家は事実上全く勢力を持ちませんがね。ただリカさん個人には求心力があるようで、村のお年寄りには盲信する方が多いと聞いています。
It was certainly true that Rika-chan had an odd sort of charisma amongst the elderly.
で、その御三家ってのが何だって言うんですか？
Uishi-san paused for emphasis, lighting another cigarette.
ここまで説明してもまだ説明が足りませんかね。
わからないから聞いてるんです。
Uishi gave me a dry, meaningful grin and blew out another big puff of smoke.
御三家の人間が相次いで消されてるんです。どういうわけかね。ひなみ沢の内側の古い因習か何かに基づいているんじゃないかと読んでいるんですが、それ以上のことはさっぱり。
そんなの俺にだってさっぱりです。
ですから君吉家古出家の当主が消えたんですから、次は園崎家の当主が消えるんじゃないかななんて思ったり思わなかったりしたりする今日この頃、いかがお過ごしでしょうかななんちゃって。
園崎家の当主って誰だよ。
当主は園崎本家のおばあちゃんなんですが、実質上の当主権限はもう孫娘のミヨンさんに移行していると見て間違いないでしょうね。
The visage of Mion giving prompt directions to the adults while searching for Rika-chan sprung back to mind.
ミヨンが消える。
I hadn't even thought of that possibility. All my hair stood on end. That's insane!
嫌でしょ。
当たり前だ。 そんなの許せるものか。
Oishi-san grabbed my shoulders with both hands.
では協力を、前原さん。園崎美音さんについて最近気づいたことを何でもいいから話してください。
I was going along with him? By the time I'd realized it, it was too late. Oishi-san brought his face in closer, almost close enough to ram into me, waiting for my next words. This pressure. I can't tear my eyes away from his. That moment I heard a beeping sound. It was from the driver's seat. He ignored it at first, but then it started to bother him, so he finally let go of me and leaned into the driver's seat.
もしもーし。はいはい、感度良子。
I was saved. Of course, it's not like I could escape this opening.
そうですね。はいはい。では戻りましょう。はいはい。はいはい。
Apparently he was being recalled. Now that I knew I'd be free, the tension in my body dissipated all at once.
そろそろ戻らないといけないみたいです。これからがいいところだったんですが、残念ですね。
Oishi-san flung open the door, exited, and walked around the front to the driver's seat. Given what, given this line of thought that Mion might disappear, why do I have the oh-so-funny feeling that, if this is actually something that comes to pass, Shion's gonna be behind it all. Shion managing to rub out, effectively, the leaders of the other two families, and then take out the leader of her own family and try to supplant herself as Mion. He left the door open. Did that mean I could leave?
前原さんは友達思いの今時関心な若者です。友人のことを警察に喋ると、なんだか裏切っているような気持ちになるのをよくわかっていますよ。前原さん、一晩差し上げますから、ゆっくりお休みになってよく考えてくださいね。前原さんのほんのちょっとの勇気が結局大勢の友人を救うことにつながるかもしれないのです。
Yeah, something like that. That's kind of the thing there. If this does turn out to be all political maneuvering, did he want to say that the sacrifices wouldn't stop with Rika-chan and Satoko?
分かってると思いますが、Watanagashi以降、毎晩何かが起こります。これまでは毎年1回だったたたりが、今年は連日。本当に景気のいい年です。
Prosperous, you say?
そんなの景気がいいなんて言いません。
おととい、昨日、そして今日。明日の晩も起こらないなんて保証、どこにもありませんよ。それを未然に防ぐのが私たちの仕事ですが、それには前原さんの協力が不可欠なんです。
What would she get from killing Takano and Tomatake? The cover of the curse? Yeah, she lets those two die to kickstart the curse is happening again, and then suddenly other people just start disappearing, and everybody goes, well, the curse is at work again. I looked out the open door to see none other than my own house right in front of me. It creeped me out that he knew my name and address, but I was too sleepy right now. I was too sleepy to care.
まあ、今日はもう眠いでしょう。もう3時になりますからね。どうぞごゆっくりお休みになってください。
はい。では失礼します。
When I was about to get out of the truck, as if to deliver a parting blow, Oishi-san said in a raised voice,
私、前原さんが話す気になってくれるまで毎日来ちゃいますからね。
Oh, good.
取り調べして自白を強要ってのもう時代じゃないと思いますんで。
So you're gonna Chinese water torture a confession out of us? By constant presence? I couldn't say anything in response, but me slamming the door shut probably served the same purpose. Well, in the past, only one person was murdered horribly and one disappeared. But, you know, if two people got killed because of the curse, and thinking about that Shion had a pretty good, I have a feeling Shion had a hand in getting everything set up. If we are going into the political and not the supernatural spectrums, Shion could have seemed to be very persuasive towards Tomitaki and Takino in getting them more and more interest in the shrine itself. Escorted them in there along with us to give her some form of out. Got them to break the taboo. Had them murdered because, well, look, someone committed the taboo, so obviously the curse was going to kill them. And then, oh look, the leaders of the other two families are now suddenly guilty because they allowed people to get in there because of this cheap padlock. Yeah. I'm just saying, if we are actually going into this whole political maneuvering thing, yeah, don't be surprised if Shion turns out to be the mastermind behind it all. After lightly beeping the horn, Uishi-san's truck drove off. I went to the front door without waving goodbye. The door was locked, but the chain wasn't up. I unlocked the door and entered. Then walked over to the staircase. That was where I lost consciousness. Oh God, 4 of them. 4 new tips. Okay. And yeah, it's about a half hour to the end of the stream. Achievement unlocked, empty-handed. So let's view the tips. From the scrapbook, 9 and 10 are here, huh? The Sonozaki family. The one to drastically expand its influence after the war was the Sonozaki family. The leader at the time was Oryu Sonozaki, who still has that seat today. Oryu Sonozaki has grown old, and today you can only catch a glimpse of who she was at the time. From what I've been told, however, she was a leader extolled as the best in history. Having become so old, aside from going out a few times a week for lessons, she spends all her time at home in solitude and seems to leave most ceremonial affairs to her heir, Mion. There are different views on why the successor was not her daughter, but her granddaughter Mion, and it's rumored that has to do with the disownment of her daughter and son-in-law. That uninhibited granddaughter, Mion Sonozaki, still shows no signs of the dignity required of the next leader. However, she does have Sonozaki blood in her veins and is permitted the name of Demon. She still doubtlessly requires caution, and is probably hiding her fangs and claws, skillfully as the leaders of the past did.
郵便局員も目撃してないそうです。園崎本家は郵便受けにハンコが吊るしてあるそうで、書き留めも宅配便も勝手にハンコを押して投函していいことになってるんだそうっす。
そりゃ不用心ですね。ってことは最後の目撃はいつになるんです？
渡流しの開会式でした挨拶が最後です。その後すぐに帰宅したらしいっすから。
あは。
これですからね。話じゃ週に何回かお稽古事で外出してるそうじゃないですか。
Did she disappear too?
そっちはどうです？
毎週月曜に集会所で大正事を習ってるんですが、今週は休んだそうです。
欠席の電話とかは？それを誰かが確認したとかは？
いえ、誰も。ただたまに休むことがあったらしいので、誰も不審には思わなかったようです。
明日さ、10時くらいになったら市役所のふりして電話してみましょうかね。在宅を確認してみてください。
10時ですね。了解っす。
Ever since it started to seem more and more like ancient Hinamizawa traditions had something to do with all this, he'd been keeping a careful eye on the three families. At this point, the leader of the Kimiyoshi family and the leader in the Furude family had disappeared. There was only one leader left. Oryu Sonozaki, the leader of the Sonozaki family. She was apparently a pretty old woman. Her dignity hasn't waned, but she still only appeared before people rarely, so it was difficult to confirm where she was at any given time. She, the last leader, hadn't been seen since the day of Watanagashi. Was she still alive and well within the Sonozaki main house? Or had she...
園崎美音が言うには、体調を崩して寝込んでるんだそうです。
本当に寝込んでるのかな。顔と脈を見てみたいですね。
まったくっす。
The two of them breathed out a big puff of cigarette smoke.
おいさん、園崎本家と古出神社の捜査令状、申請通ると思います？
Oishi didn't respond, exhaled another cloud of tobacco smoke, his surroundings now as foggy as his mind. Keep losing people here. The Hidden Demon. The inhabitants of Hinamizawa believe that the blood of demons flows in their blood. As such, the character for demon is treated very sacred. For example, usage of the character in names is apparently a right reserved only for the leaders of the Kimiyoshi and Sonozaki families. Case in point, we can see it in the current Sonozaki family leader's name, Oryu, is written with the character. This, and only this, is proof that she is the legitimate leader of the Sonozaki family. In the same way, Mion Sonozaki, its successor, contains that symbol in her name with Mi being written that way. It also goes for Oryu's daughter and Mion's mother, Akane, who did not succeed her. It's known that before the disowning, Akane's name was actually written with that symbol, although it was changed afterwards to still read as Akane. Incidentally, it's thought that the first character of the mayor Keiichi's name originally meant demon, which can also be read as Ki. It should be said that the names using that character aren't limited to only the successors of the Sonozaki family. You can even find it in the last names of the three families. For example, the characters for Kimiyoshi are likely a split-up version of that. If you write it in reverse and top to bottom, as the other way, it clearly resembles that character. As for the Furude family, those have been in the Shinto priesthood for generations. The word for fortune teller can be written without interval characters, like so. I think that with the addition of a demon's horn, the tick on the top of the character, that became the that it is used in their name now. In the case of the Sonozaki family, where Sonozaki is written this way, I can't find any reference to the demon character. Perhaps it's already because it's ingrained in their first names. They were the clan responsible for running the Watanagashi ceremony, so I think that instead they included the contents of that ceremony in their last name. The Zaki in Sonozaki is a conjugation of the word for slice, and the Sono, written this way, probably contains a hidden meaning of human body, as it is a complicated mess encased by 4 sides. I think, in other words, that Sonozaki comes from those who slice open the gut. That's dark. But light compared to this chapter. Request denied.
あ、お疲れ様です。どうです？何か手がかりはありました？
The officers shook their heads in disappointment. Exhaustion was plainly showing on everyone's faces. That was only natural. None of them had gotten a week of sleep since the day of Watanagashi.
課長、若い子から交代で仮眠取らせてあげてください。ここからは長丁場になりますからね。無理せず、体を休めながらのんびり行きましょう。
みんなには交代で休めって言ってるんだけどね。みんな遠慮してなかなか休んでくれないんだよ。お医者さんからも言ってくれないか。
ありゃありゃ。みんな遠慮しないでいいんですよ。小宮山君、若い子から順に交代で休ませてあげてください。
小宮山さん、そうしてあげてください。
After the chief told him as well, Komiyama-san left a seat.
で課長、例の請求なんですけど。
第一、村人の噂だけなんでしょ。もっと具体的な証拠がなければ難しいよ。
その証拠があの中に詰まってるかもしれないんですよ。
その証拠が中に詰まっているという証拠が必要なんだよ。
課長、なぞなぞやってるんじゃないんですよ。死んだ2人を含む4人が渡流しの晩に西宮殿と呼ばれる禁断の蔵に無断で入り込み、それを何者かが見ていた。ここまでは信頼できる情報なんです。
情報と言ったってあくまでも噂だよ。証拠があるわけじゃない。
そりゃまあ、4人が放火無理して忍び込む写真はありませんがね。とにかく4人は西宮殿の中で何かを見たんです。消されるくらいの何かを。
Oishi, there really isn't anything in there. We promise.
消されるくらいの何か？それは何だい？
That's why I'm asking for a warrant to go looking for it in the first place.
園崎家絡みの闇市場関係が有力候補ですな。拳銃とかご金製の品とか。園崎家の隠し資産ってのも捨てがたいあたりです。
大石さん、気持ちはわかるけど、あの西宮殿ってのは古出神社にある神聖な建物で、地元の人間への相当な配慮が必要な建物なんだよ。
Well, at least now we know what Oishi-san really wants to ask Keiichi about. I heard that there was an hour-long call made from Congressman Sonozaki to the big man. Chief, could he have nailed you back down?
とにかく、相当の証拠がない限り、西宮殿の捜査令状は取れないよ。園崎本家への令状も同じだ。特に園崎本家への捜査は四課と県警の暴対が絡んでる。入念な事前調整がいるんだ。
調整がいるってんなら私直接乗り込んでつけてきてもいいですよ。四課長、暴対は三階さん。隣の雀荘で話した方が早そうなメンツですね。
課長にお客様です。うわ、
Pushing the employee who guided him right out of the way was an old man who looked like a Yakuza member, given his crested kimono and hakama. Did he not get enough of this over the phone?
わしは議員の園崎じゃ。責任者を出さんか。はよせい。どうも。私が課長の高杉でございます。お前の名刺なぞいらんわ。お前なんぞいつだって官職に飛ばせるんじゃぞ。それにお前だけでは足らん。大石とかいう男も呼ばんか。神聖な古出神社に捜査令状なんぞを請求しよった罰当たり者じゃ。申し訳ございません。大石はただいま捜査に出ておりまして、なかなか連絡がつきにくく、私が代わって受けたまわりますので、どうぞおかけください。
The chief's eyes were telling me to get out of here. Perhaps I'll gratefully accept this favor. Maybe I'll go lay down in the nap room.
よいか。古手神社はそもそも公暦2600年に次ぐ2500年の歴史を有する神聖にして犯すべからずの聖地なのじゃ。八百万の神々とお社様と先祖の霊を祀り、日が昇りてから沈むまで、月が昇りてから沈むまで、ひなみ沢を見守る尊い神社なのじゃ。
Someone mad. Uh-huh.
それを土足で踏みにじろうというバカがいる。そもそも信仰の自由は憲法で定められた国民の最も尊い権利であろうが、それを自らの捜査の怠慢を口実に汚そうという魂胆。こんなものは断じて許せんぞ。聞いておるのか、大竹が。わしを怒らせてただで済むと思わん方がいいぞ。
Someone real mad. Someone is definitely real pissed off right about now. Yeah, that is definitely a denied request. Ooh, boy, was that a denial. That angry man. Okay, that was the 10th chapter of chapter 2. Don't think too hard about that. And I believe that will do it for tonight. I have a script reading to sit in on in about an hour, and there's no guarantee that I could finish up the next chapter inside of the time I would need before I need to be there. So, yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for joining and hanging out, chatting, getting your brain broken, much like I did today. I will be back tomorrow at 2 for... You like this series more than Ever 17? I haven't seen Ever 17. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow for, I don't know yet. I haven't really decided. I haven't had a chance to think about it. Too many hours at work. But anyway, I will see you then. But for now, I'm going to bring the music back, and I will see you, well, tomorrow for whatever it is I decide to do, and next week as we continue to hurt ourselves. Yeah. Whew, boy. Anyway, take care, folks. I will see you back later.